Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl T again. Thank you so much for choosing to pass by. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share and comment so that we get to interact. So basically I've come to tell you about a story, an awful story that happened. It's so tragic, it's so hurting, it's painful for the parents, family and friends and the entire community that such a thing happened. Was suicide. I happen to be staying opposite a slum. It's called Butakabuchira slum. It's along Upper Mlago Hill Road. It's a very small place, but with very many people. Approximately 2,000 people, to be exact, maybe. And the majority are the youth. And what happened? Our very own guy killed himself. He hanged himself. He committed suicide. You see, in that slum, if you don't know someone, if you're very busy, maybe, you could be knowing over 50% of the people, of the population staying there. And 99% of them may be knowing you by name, where you stay, and what you do. They are loving people, they are friendly, they are positive people. The kids are so sweet. If you happen to interact with them, their dreams are big. Oh my God, but the providence, financial status. It's so hurting to see those children in that slum. They dream big, but there is no hope. Now what happened? Our very own. He was a youth. He hanged himself, so quiet, very humble. You could name it. And the worst part, on that day, he was so happy because I happened to slope to a certain shop where we tend to buy things. And he was seated there. That's where he always sits with his backpack with a black jacket. He was there, very quiet. And for some reason, people were talking and he was smiling. But I don't know even what enticed him to end his life. Very quiet. He had no wrangles with people. Those people in that slum are so sweet. Like I've said, they are very sweet. They are positive people. Even if they don't have, but they believe that they can have, they can be anything. And their lives are past whatever you see going on there. But what came up was really so saddening for the whole community. It was so heartbreaking because people were like, how did this happen? When did this start? Because he was so jolly. He was more of a jolly person. He was so friendly, but a bit reserved. And the only story people can tell is because he got a toothache and he tried to remove the tooth and it was like a half removed. Then the vessel or the vein got broken. Then his ear got swollen and it was like, have lost it. He couldn't hear. You had to just tap on his shoulder if you wanted him to give you attention or if you were trying to say something. But why? Everyone who saw him that day was like, he was so jolly. He was so normal. It was just like the normal days. He killed himself on Friday. Then they found out on Saturday. Yeah. Then they tried to cut the rope. And guess what? Everyone was so scared to cut the rope. We saw his tongue was like this. Actually, it was a psychological torture. If you happen to see that thing, oh my God, that scene wasn't good. It was a horror scene. The tongue was out. Don't let anything make you end your life. You didn't give your life to your soul. It's God who gave you that life. It's for a purpose. There is a reason. You're far better than whatever is happening to you. Whatever you're going through is just a lesson. It's there to teach you. Make all your disadvantages your advantages. Work towards getting better. It was just a simple vein. And they promised, the community members promised to take him to the hospital. But he felt like the pain was too much and people were trying to collect money so that they take him to the hospital. But it delayed. He was a patient. The toothache made him commit suicide. For some reasons, I feel like there is something more to that because it's all an assumption. But why should we lose people due to this? I don't know even how to bring them out. How on earth would you end your life because you're going through something? Yeah, we know there are so many things that we are going through, but I think we can overcome these things. Get mentors in your life. If you can't get a mentor, get that elderly person whom you go and seek out for advice. Talk to a friend. Don't get depressed to the extent of losing your life. Your life is equally important. And I love the phrase that the community members said. They said that this has never happened in our community. This is a curse upon our community. That was deep. Yeah, it was deep for them to say that. That this is a curse upon our community. We just watch these things on TV. This has never happened in Ibutaka Uchira. It's an abomination. I felt that. I was like, these people have a sense of an understanding. They need people to speak to them. They need people to restore their hopes. Those people are just like anyone else. Don't let your mental state deteriorate. Even Vince Lombard said it that it's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Get up, just rise up against whatever situation you're going through because you're better than that. We don't need to lose another life because of simple situations. They are not simple. You may look at something and you're like, it's a simple situation, but when it's not simple, to someone else, it's very deep. It's not because you're not in that person's position. You're crying over that state that you're going through, that situation, the wave in your life, but someone has something which is more than yours. And if you seek them out, you may understand that, oh, all along I thought mine was a big situation, but the other one's situation was worst. And again, for judgment is not ours. Whatever happened, happened. May his soul rest in peace. We loved him, we liked him, he was a quiet guy. Yeah. He was good, he was so sweet. So maybe there is also something to being silent. The introverts, I'm speaking to you. Try to work out that thing. Try to get friends to speak to. If you feel like in your zone, you're being zoned and surrounded by problems, and you feel like they are too much, they are keeping you apart from the outside world, get friends. Don't stay alone. Just talk to them because most of them are not working, they're unemployed, but they get time to interact in groups. You find that the majority are seated in groups, maybe at the shop, maybe playing football at the pitch. Some of them smoke, they do drugs, which is not good. But if you happen to talk to those people, they have a certain sense of an understanding. And to whoever is there, if you feel like you can speak to those people, if you have the capability and you have someone in your neighborhood whom you can speak to, you can change a life. You don't know whatever is going on in their minds, but you can change a life possibly. And we all need that. We don't want to lose people to suicide. Let people die over natural death, natural causes. Not just because I feel the thing is taking me over, I'm giving up. Your life is important. Right now you are going through that, but that thing is there to teach you. You're far better than that. Your attitude is a choice. It's not a skill set. We make choices, but our choices also make us. Think about that. Just rise up against whatever you're going through. Just know your worth. And if it's about certain things concerning with financial work, right now you may not be having. But also always remember that you may wish to get all the money, the financial help. We need the money. It is a supplement for survival and everything. It's just a bonus. You can live past the money if you have where to sleep and you have something to eat. Come up with better plans, better resolutions. Work towards performing better, being better in life. We don't need to lose anyone. We do not want to lose anyone to suicide. Get people to talk to. Your lives are important. You may die right now, but how have you died is the biggest question. Some children don't have parents. They are orphans. Some families, they lack those elders, and you're here. You're still alive. There is someone who is looking up to you. You've given up in life, but there is someone who admires you. They feel like you're so better. You're far better than whatever you're going through. And you don't know that. There is someone whom you're giving hope to. There is someone who feels like you can do it. And feels like, oh, I wish I was him. And guess what you're doing to yourself? You're crucifying yourself. You're just coming up with shortcuts to run away from your trouble by dying. But your soul is going to wander. You will never rest. Don't allow that to happen to you. And you who is trying to enable the situation, the words you speak to people, mind them because you're breaking them. If someone tells you a loser, those words you tell to other people, you can't be anything, you can't prosper, you can't come to blossom, you're breaking them. And you're enabling the stress, the depression, which is leading to all these bad things to people. And I would love to appreciate all those ones who came out and were trying to help him out. Guys, you did a great job. And guess what? After committing suicide, everyone fears you. Everyone is like, oh, that was bad. It was awful. They don't pray for you. They just bury you as a thing. They just throw you. You're valuable, know your worth. You're better than whatever is happening on in your mind, whatever is lingering around. You're far better. Arise. Be self-aware. Identify all your weaknesses as a person. Everyone has weaknesses, but just try to identify what your weaknesses are. We don't need anyone to die again to suicide. Speak to someone. Get that person in a community whom you feel like has lost hope. Speak to them. You may not be directly telling them things, but you may give them hope. You'll be like, hi, how are you? Hi, you look smart today. That smile, even if someone has not smiled, they'll feel like, she has noticed. He has noticed. Thank you. Tomorrow you come up with something. Oh, you look this, you look that. Hey, you're strong, eh? You're hardworking. Those people will arise. They'll feel like, oh, I'm being empowered. We need all of you. Your lives matter. Don't kill your souls. You are a blessing to every one of us. You are wherever you are for a reason. Don't allow to give up. Don't let the devil win. You are a victor. You are the Lord's child. He knew you. Even the Bible says that He knew us before we were born. So don't allow these situations that are coming over to wipe you away. They are just wind that will come to pass. Have a blessed day. But before I leave, think about whatever I've told you. Think about each and everything. Exhaust it. Speak to whoever is there. People have lost hope. People are going through so many things in their lives that you don't know, behind closed doors, behind closed curtains, and we need to empower these people. Do your part as a person. Don't be too busy. It might be at the office where you're working from. It might be at that university where you go to study. It might be that school where you go also to study. That church where you go to fellowship. You have a lot to do. All of us have roles to do. Even the Bible says that we should help carry one another's burdens or loads. You get? It doesn't mean that you should give them money. But even a simple word of encouragement can help. And you who has lost it, don't let the devil win. Speak to people. Don't be lonely. Don't just stay wherever you are. We love you. We love you so much. You don't know who is watching, but we are watching. You know?